Oh, we finna piss some people off with this one. What's good, y'all? Sugar Sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my sisters' content and conversations. If you're not new, welcome back, boo. You know how we do. And you know that I have a poll that went up just yesterday, or actually earlier today, honestly. And I asked if Zach and Karen got back together, would they make it? 532 of y'all have voted in these 16 hours with an overwhelming, resounding, heck no. They are toxic before, they are toxic now. 82% of y'all said that. But 9% of y'all said, I hate to say it, yes. And 10% said, who knows? Because I don't. That poll is still up. I will link it in the description box down below. If you want to cast your vote and get that vote in, go ahead and do so. But what intrigued me the most is the comments. So as I'm going through them, I wanted to share a few. And then I'm going to tell y'all what I think about it and what even made me ask this question, because you know I be percolating and think about things and then I be coming to y'all to talk about it, right? But here are a few. Choco Adzal says, I think it depends on when. If they were to get back together now, that would be a hard no. If they get back together after they work on themselves solo without being in a relationship, maybe. Some healing and growth is needed for both before getting back together or moving on with someone else. You always come with it, so I love it. I love you gave a nice balanced answer. But you do. You always have so much great logic and sense, and I absolutely adore your comments. Toll Booth 104, I don't recognize your name, babes. You must be new here. Said, Fatima lifts Zach up. Karen brings him down. And y'all already got them together up under the thread, so I don't even need to address that right here. Moving on, Alicia Nicole 9648 says, Karen has not done the work to heal herself. Zach isn't fully there, but he has taken the initiative to want to get and be better. Interesting. I told y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all my thoughts, so just keep listening, Mel Cunningham 1341 said, y'all act as if Zach is innocent. He did Karen so dirty when they were together. He cheated, gave her an STD while she still held him down. So what if she talked down to him? She was fed up with his reoccurring cheating ass and not being able to support her financially. Instead, she was the breadwinner. Come on, get a grip and stop living in denial, because y'all prefer Fatima. Points were made. Okay, points were made. Danielle Womble says, and y'all, no hate to anybody who I'm reading or who's on that thread, because mods, I need y'all to mod. Y'all be tripping. The Sistas fan to be tripping. I'm gonna share something on live tomorrow so that y'all can see the triflingness that I was sent earlier today, but it's not shaking a tree over here. But keep it cute, okay? Danielle says, I would love for Zach and Karen to get back together and for them to be a family since they have a child together. I mean, couples argue. So I think if they were to get back together to make it work, they would have to work through their issues as a couple and go to couples therapy, because both of them have issues. Mainly Zach because of his cheating ways and sleeping around with every woman he sees. They need to work it out, but I think they would make it as a couple. Thank you for sharing, boo. Gwen Evans 3778 says, if they were to get back together, Zach would go back to lying and cheating. He changed for Fatima because he was in love with her. For Karen, he loves her, but he doesn't garner the same respect as Fatima. He will revert back to his old toxic self. And last but certainly not least, Nzinga Monti 8925. I also appreciate when you comment, boo. You are always active. Thank you so much. Said, so I believe if they both went to counseling and he grew up, yes, people can fight, but they have better and more chemistry than him and Fatima. She said what she said, y'all. Again, thanks for everybody on the post who posted a comment to explain their vote. So I appreciate y'all so very much. Here's my thoughts. No, they would not work in this current moment, which I am filming this before episode 7 of season 7 premieres, because whether y'all want to agree or not, whether y'all want to see it or not, whether y'all want to continue to be delulu or not, Zach has not changed. And there are some people who are not giving Karen any type of credit. However, she has gone through quite the transformational journey. And no, I'm not saying that just because I love the character. What has made me so endeared to the character was watching her transformational journey over the course of season 3, 4, and 5. Her going to the pits of hell and her decision making, her set tripping, her not being able to let it go really exemplified, I think, what a lot of women go through when they're really in love with a man, and we don't always outwardly express it. So everything that we got to see Karen visually do, in reference to everybody saying Karen is doing the most and Karen is crazy, a lot of women experience all of that volatility post breakup with someone who they think are the love of their lives or the man that they were going to be with forever. Internally, they battle that internally. And I have always been a fan of not necessarily saying any of it was right, but I appreciate that she did it, because in doing it, you're actually pushing through it. In doing it, you're actually allowing yourself to act out certain emotions so that you're able to release them, which ultimately is part of the growth process. Many of us struggle with moving on from an ex, moving on from a toxic relationship, moving on from traumatic circumstances, because we have kept our emotions and our feelings bottled up. We have never allowed ourselves to fully feel them or experience them or express them, so they stay stuck, and then we stay stuck, basically in arrested development of this particular part of our lives. And we have got to watch the good and the bad play out with Karen as it pertains to this relationship. And now she's finally on the other side. So for everybody saying that Karen actually hasn't changed, she has. We have watched her become more calm. We have watched her become deeper, more reflective. We have watched her shift her focus. We've watched her reclaim her value, taking the value from where she thought it needed to be in reference to the man that she was with or the man that she could provide for, and bringing it back home to herself, the woman that she can be, the business person that she can be, the mom that she hopes to be. Like Ebony Obsidian, when they were doing the press tour and doing the interviews, I just loved everything that she said, because she literally speaks to the heart and soul of this character. And it's a lot of what the fandom is missing, because a lot of y'all are really caught up with surface level things. And that's no shade to you, because we all have our journeys in life, and maybe you like chilling on the surface, but your girl's a scuba diver. I likes to go deep, honey. Yeah, we dip below the surface, and we wade in those depths of the waters of deep emotion and human connection. And for me, Karen actually exemplifies that. Zach, on the other hand, the only thing that has changed about him is the number of zeros in his bank account. He has not physically cheated, but what do y'all call him standing over that damn bathtub while Deja is butt ass naked? What is that? What do you call him sitting on the couch with Deja telling her, I am trying not to F the out of you? What is that? What is the Zach attack well before Deja even moves in? What is the wandering eyes for the various attractive women? And no, I'm not saying that men cannot look at other women. However, Zach has a very lustful spirit. And the only thing that's changed is that he refuses to physically penetrate women. However, he is doing questionable behaviors and disrespecting his relationship in that regard. And then he turns around and disrespects his relationship in his communication or lack thereof with Fatima. While Zach can financially provide and has a roof over Fatima's head, she already had a roof of her own, just to be clear. That is literally the only difference. Zach is not more forthcoming. He's not more emotionally intelligent. He's not more mentally stable. He's not more emotionally stable. He's not more spiritually grounded. He's not even a leader. He wants to lead a family, and he still hasn't cultivated any leadership skills. So for all intents and purposes, y'all, if Karen and Zach got back together today, they would not make it, because Zach is still the same man. Meanwhile, all the women around him are evolving, which is sad. I cannot wait for the day that the majority of the fandom, because there are some of y'all who see it, and I read some of the comments, but the majority of the fandom can get off Zach's dick for 2 seconds to hold him accountable or hold him to a higher standard, because his ass could get there, but he's never going to get there as long as the women in his life, Fatima, enable him to be selfish, enable him to be self-centered, enable him to be narcissistic, enable him to be childish. And we ain't never going to be able to get to the promised land when it comes to having sensible conversations without too many people going left, until y'all stop enabling him and stop making excuses for this behavior. Y'all, if you are still in 2024 thinking that having a man is a flex, this conversation is not for you, babes. The conversations happening on my channel is not for you. Women just getting men and keeping men regardless of all their shortcomings, and never requiring them to be better, or never requiring them to meet you with what you need to stay in a relationship and be happy, If you can't understand that, this is not a conversation for you, boo. I promise you there are 62 other YouTube channels having conversations that are right on your level. Go find them. But yeah, y'all, those are my thoughts. I don't think that they would make it. And I specifically don't think that they would make it because of Zach. He needs to grow up. He don't need to grow up for Karen. He don't need to grow up for Fatima. He needs to grow up for himself. In watching episode 6 alone, it's heartbreaking to see Fatima seemingly trapped in this relationship where there is little to no regard for her career pursuits, for time and space that she might need for whatever interests she holds, desires she has. She is literally an afterthought in her relationship, and now being ushered quickly into quote unquote motherhood, going to help this man raise 2 kids without nary another thought for what she wants for her life. Y'all need to take that scene with her talking to Angela and her voicing her concerns and her deep worries more seriously. Because like I said, it's not enough to just have a man and keep a man. That is not a prize in 2024. There's plenty of dick afoot. What is the prize? What is the win? What is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow when you're in a heterosexual relationship? Because I can only speak for that. It's being in a relationship with a partner that fully sees you, that makes space for you, that can lead himself and then ultimately lead you, that can understand that you have desires the same way that they have desires, and they're going to work just as hard to help you achieve the things that you want to achieve in your life as you would help them. It's mutuality, it's reciprocity. It's having such a love, respect, and validation of yourself that it can't help but bleed off into the other people around you. Zach is also still a very insecure man, which is also a red flag. So again, no, they wouldn't make it, but I'm also not sure that Fatima is going to make it. And if Fatima don't make it, it will 100% be Zachary Taylor's fault. Am I saying that Fatima's perfect? No. Am I saying that Karen is perfect? No. Hear what I said and not what you want to hear. Nobody in the circumstances are perfect. However, Zachary Taylor makes it very, very difficult to stay in healthy relationship with him. He does toxic relationship very well. But maintaining a healthy relationship is a feat when you love a man named Zachary Taylor. And before I get on out of here, since y'all like to keep using this talking point, I'm going to keep refuting it. The Fatima lifts him up, but Karen brings him down. Fatima allows him to walk all over her. Fatima allows him to make it so that it's easy for her to put her entire life aside. And when y'all say that Karen brings him down, it's because Karen told him he wasn't Karen told him he was trifling, and in the moments that she told him that, he was cheating on her, giving her STDs, and supposedly had a baby by a woman that he worked with. Like Ebony said in one of those interviews, the society looks at black women, especially in moments where things are done to them, as if we're never supposed to have a reaction. Our anger never gets validated. But guess what? Here on Erica Vane TV, we're going to validate Karen's anger. She was right for telling him he wasn't, because he wasn't in the moment that you're cheating on me and I've been with you for 3 years, putting food in your belly, putting a roof over your damn head, cleaning your clothes, probably honoring that white ass shirt that you had to wear to the airport every day. Karen brings him down. Was she bringing him down when she invested in businesses that he never started? Was she bringing him down when she was cooking him dinner at night? Was she bringing him down when every time he got his little raggedy ass penis up, she brought it down the way that she know how? Yeah, because he ain't never complained about, yeah, okay. Y'all need to stop focusing on the few little negative statements that y'all have actually heard her say, because it was warranted. It was warranted. It might not be the most healthy thing, but in that particular moment, when somebody has cheated on you, burnt you, had a baby on you, what are you supposed to say? Thank you so much for the abuse. Thank you so much for the lack of consideration. Thank you so much for showing me you love me by hurting me the best that you possibly can. Oh my God, thank you. No, that's not how it go. Play goofy ass games, win goofy ass prizes. And he lucky that Karen put his hands on her, because guess what? When it was me and some of the circumstances that Karen was in, I laid hands. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I'm going to see y'all on Our Sistas Keep It Alive after show after the new episode of Tyler Perry's Sistas, or in one of my Sistas reviews. I drop new videos every single day. If you haven't already and you like what you heard, hit that subscribe button, baby. And I'm going to see you in the next one.